By now, you've probably heard of egg freezing, a medical technology that allows a woman to extract, freeze, and then store her eggs for future use.
Egg freezing has been around for a long time, used for women with medical problems that may impact fertility. But now many young women are considering the option just to delay their biological clock.
Christy Siefkin joins us now to talk about the Valley's first egg freezing party to teach women about their fertility options. This I haven't heard of.
Yeah, it's the first of its kind in Arizona, so that's probably why you haven't heard of it before. And it's not a party where the eggs are actually frozen. But speaking of the egg freezing, it's something that has drawn a lot of attention in recent months, especially since companies like Facebook and Apple have actually started paying for the procedure as a perk of being an employee with one of those companies. And many Valley women are putting their careers before baby. And so one fertility center is hosting what it calls an egg freezing party to educate women about this option. And I attended the first party of its kind right here in Arizona that teaches women what they need to know about fertility, aging, and delaying the biological clock.
It's ladies' night in the Biltmore with Chardonnay and shaken martinis. But these women aren't here for happy hour. They're here to learn about egg freezing.
By the time you hit 40, you're down to about 10,000 eggs, and at menopause, you're down to 1,000 eggs.
Welcome to Fertility Al Fresco, an event for women to learn about their biological clock and how to delay it. At the helm is Dr. Jessie Haid, a reproductive endocrinologist with Boston IVF, the Arizona Center.
What we're trying to do is just get the knowledge out there that when you're young and in your prime of your life, those are the best times and the best eggs to freeze and use for future.
Dr. Haid says that most of the women who come to visit him for egg freezing are single, busy professionals putting baby on hold for love or career.
You know, millennials now are just delaying childbearing for longer than any other generation.
And with fertility on the back burner, Dr. Haid and his team want these women to know the facts.
Birth control can prevent me from having to dip into my egg supply. Is that a true or false statement? What do you think?
This is the 5th egg freezing party that Boston IVF has hosted. Dr. Haid says that on the East Coast, women are often waiting until their late 30s or early 40s to come in and see him. But right here in Arizona, women are getting an earlier start confronting their fertility.
Like they tell you after 40, you're pretty much done. But it's like he told us right now, it's actually an open window to people over 40.
Frances Ortiz is just 25 years old, but already considering freezing her eggs. Other guests, like Chelsea Sales, are well into their 30s and wondering if kids are still in the cards.
Is there an age where you start looking, going, I'm not sure if this is going to really be an option for you?
According to Dr. Haid, freezing your eggs before age 34 is ideal. After that, the chance for birth abnormalities skyrockets.
You go from having a 75% chance it's normal to when you're 42 being a 75% chance it's abnormal.
Numbers like these are all the more incentive for women like Miriam Zario. The 33-year-old just finished her PhD and isn't quite ready to conceive.
Kind of just think of that and kind of weigh the odds and think maybe I should just freeze them while they're younger, while they're better, so that if I don't get pregnant if I have problems, there's my backup plan.
A backup plan and peace of mind that all of these women can toast to.
Dr. Haid made sure to clarify that women who are over 34 can also freeze their eggs. It's just that they'll need to freeze a greater number of them, and that involves more rounds of IVF treatments, you know, and obviously more medication and a higher cost.
Can you only freeze one egg per month?
No,
per cycle?
They'll actually take several eggs at a time, and it takes anywhere between 10 to 12 healthy eggs to then make one baby. That's whether or not it's done naturally or frozen and at a later time.
And we had the story of the young woman who had to undergo chemo, who froze eggs at a very young age because they were worried about potential damage.
Right, and that's...
So it does, I mean, it's a great option to have.
It really is, and commonly that's where it's been used in the past, or women particularly who have cancer, if they're going to undergo radiation, they want to remove the eggs so they're not damaged. But as you saw in the story, many of these women, it's not a medical issue per se, it's just the thought of it's not the right time, I want to mate. And what's interesting to look at in terms of the state of Arizona, it's not one of the states that contributes toward the expense of fertility treatments. Other states do, but Arizona is not one. So something to consider when you're looking at this.
When you said egg freezing party, I was envisioning a bigger, wilder party, but it's more informational.
Yeah, not a Tupperware party, more of an educational seminar with some good cocktails.
Interesting, though. Thank you, Christy.
All right,
You're
Christy,
welcome, guys.
thanks.